How can I inspire people? Impress them. Growing up, I was a quiet kid. I kept to myself, I maintained good grades, but when it came to sports, I was a highly driven student athlete. Soccer, it's in my blood. Having a 6'4" grandfather that was a world-class World Cup soccer player, the expectations were already there. What was lacking was his frame. I was always told I was too small, I wasn't big enough, I wasn't strong enough, and instead of discouraging me, these words motivated me. For so long, I found myself trying to live up to his legacy and would compare my story to his, not realizing that life is about creating your own story. So I picked up a camera and I started documenting my life. I'd worked day in and day out learning about how to not only become a better storyteller for myself, but a better storyteller for clients as well. In time, I developed from a small town guy that started filming in the woods to having shot for Joe Flacco, Vanessa Williams, and businesses of all backgrounds. It was incredible. Things were going beautifully in my life until I'd received some devastating news. I'd gotten word that my cousin Zara had passed away.
Help me out, don't let me down. I could learn from you, I could learn from you.
Thankfully, 6 months prior to her passing, I visited her and we had spent 2 weeks together in Shanghai and Beijing, creating unforgettable memories.
I would definitely recommend other individuals to work with Brandon. I hired him to shoot a project with Johns Hopkins University. From meeting him, interviewing him, talking to him, and looking at his work online, I knew that he can deliver. I definitely work with Brandon again.
Brandon's work is amazing. Like I want to say cinematography, like it's like you're watching a movie. You want somebody to tell your story accurately, sit down and talk with you, go through the actual steps to telling your story, then that's the person that you need to talk with. You need to be a part of your team. I was just talking with Brandon after I was watching one of his videos that he created, and I said, the type of planning that goes into, you can't just shoot anything, you can't just edit anything. The amount of detail and the pre-planning that you have to do to tell a great story and not waste people's time is very key, needed. Like you have to go in there with a plan, and Brandon goes in there with a plan, and the execution is just like easy.
Brandon is positive and professional, and he brings great energy, and I would say he's a self-starter, so he doesn't need a ton of direction. He's professional, so he knows what he's doing, and it was a pleasure.
With how competitive the world is, I understand that a lot of the time you only have one chance to make a great first impression, one chance to make an impact. So why should somebody choose me? Well, telling the story of a business in a way that's impactful is so much more than pushing a button on a camera. It's about recognition of an end goal and a complete understanding of how to reach that goal. Business stories are some of the most important stories to tell. And when it's done well, it can have an immense impact on not only your intended audience, but the trajectory of your business. If you're a small business owner looking for somebody to tell your story and showcase your products and services in a way that inspires and unites people to take action, I want you to reach out to us. What's your story?